It's B-Jack. Hey, you know that he back. Jackie Tarantino, Ramping Pitch. Look, I got money on my mind.
It's your boy B-Jack, and I'm back on Spit Lit, or That Ain't It, the album review show for you, the fans by a fan, myself. Let's get into it. All right, now, before I get into it, y'all know what to do, and if you don't, hit that like button, smash that bell, subscribe to B-Jack TV, all right? You see the sign up there. Okay, now, today, I'm going to be reviewing Dreamville signee JID, okay, Dicaprio 2, all right? For those who don't know, narrated by DJ Drama, hosted by DJ Drama. And the features include J. Cole, of course, ASAP Ferg, Black, LMI, BJ the Chicago Kid, Method Man, and Joey Badass. All right, now let's get into the hype. Okay, so JID released a single, 151 Rum, about a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago now. Then followed that up with Off D's with J. Cole, okay? But the real hype comes from JID being in interviews and being on his press run, where he said specifically in the Complex interview that Dreamville is in direct competition with TDE. He said they want all the smoke with Kendrick and crew over there with TDE. Okay, so after hearing that, I was like, okay, let me check out this kid and see what he's talking about, because you can't throw shots at the throne, at the highest crew in the game if you ain't got a leg to stand on. So I'm like, okay, let me see how this dude sounds, see what he's talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna just get into my picks. All right, my pick number one is Off D's with J. Cole. I love the all over flow mixed with the melodic flow, for the bridge or however you want to call it. And I like the mixtape feel of it with, DJ Drama's Gangsta Grizzles all up through that motherfucker. That shit is dope. My number two pick is Working Out. Different vibe, a different feel than Off D's with J. Cole. I love the jazzy, soulful, laid back flow, melodic flow on there. Although this is when JID sounds like Kendrick the most, is when he's got that laid back melodic flow. They really sound similar vocally. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a similar voice texture to him. That's why the Kendrick comparisons is going to come a lot, because he has an all over, then laid back and melodic flow like Kendrick does. Clearly you can see that Kendrick is, his biggest influence. Anyway, number three pick is Hotbox featuring Method Man and Joey Badass. Okay. I like the 90s boom bap production, and Method Man show stealing verse is just, dope as fuck. All right. Now, I'm going to get into my opinion. Okay. Without being too long-winded, and this video don't need to be that long for JID, with all due respect to him, he's an up-and-coming MC. I believe this is only his second project behind Dicaprio 1, which was an EP. Anyway, JID is a very lyrical, animated MC from Atlanta, Georgia. And this album is all over the place sonically, okay, with production ranging from trap drums to boom bap 808s to jazzy horns and pianos. You pair that with his versatile flow that goes from double time, metaphor punchline, sometime double entendre flow, to smooth and laid back melodic, to animated pitch inflections, and you got a good combination. Very versatile dude. He can jump on. I can see this dude being on any type of track, really. I mean, with the way that he can switch his flow up within the same song is pretty fucking dope. The problem is his vocals do come out sounding like Kendrick Lamar a lot of time. Excuse me. JID, said that him and Dreamville are in direct competition with TDE, and this is lyrically, obviously, and sonically, music. I'll just say musically, because it's not like they got a beef with TDE, okay, clearly. But for him to be in direct competition with somebody that he sounds like, and he's an up and coming artist, doesn't really make sense. Don't go against competitively, the person you sound like. Instead, why don't you try to link up with that person so that you get the torch passed to you, because JID, in my opinion, has what I like to call the Action Bronson syndrome, where vocally your voice sounds similar to another artist already, and you can't help the fact that your voice sounds like another artist, okay? You can switch it up, do some pitch inflections or whatever, but you're still going to sound like that other artist if y'all voices sound similar. The problem is he not only sounds similar, he has a similar style and cadence of Kendrick on many tracks throughout this project, definitely. Action Bronson sounds vocally like Ghostface Killah, funny enough because Action Bronson is white. But not only does he sound vocally like Ghostface Killah, he raps his cadence and bars like Ghostface Killah, and he even titles his song weird, obscure shit like, the Wu-Tang does. Shout out to Wu-Tang, by the way. But JID got the same issue. You vocally sound like somebody else, and lyrically and cadence-wise, you sound like the other artist you sound like, which could be an issue if that other person don't come down and hand you the torch and say, okay, look, I see you got influenced by me. You basically one of my sons out here in the game. I fuck with you. If that don't happen, then we'll have to see where this goes for JID. I do like this project though. He calls it an album, but with DJ Drama narrating / hosting this album and the production and shit being all over the place and there not being really a central theme to this project, it come off sounding like a mixtape versus an actual album, especially a debut album, but it's versatile enough since it is his debut album that he set himself up to be able to go in this lane or that lane. Like he could drop a straight trap project and I think it would be straight, at least trap sounding, not saying, content wise, like he's slanging dope or something, but, or he could switch it up and go, super lyrical, or he can go melodic, he can throw some joints out there for the chicks, like the joint with, Black and LMI, Ty, aka Tired. That shit was dope as fuck. I like him. I just think he has potential, you know what I'm saying? But I got to see him grow as an artist and step into his own box, as opposed to being he's already in J. Cole's shadow, because you're signed to J. Cole's label. So you got to stand up to that. And also now you got to be able to stand apart from your Kendrick Lamar comparison. Kendrick Lamar is like the greatest rapper to come out in the last, 5-10 years, so if you sound like this dude, you either got to get with this dude so that people can say, okay, the person he sounds like fucks with him, I can fuck with him, I feel a certain type of way, like when Action Bronson came out and Ghostface did the video about him and shit. I'm like, okay, I ain't fucking with Action Bronson because I'm a Wu die hard, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I got the shirt on and shit. So I would just like to see him step out of the shadow of J. Cole, which lyrically, on this album, I'm not saying that he sounds like J. Cole or nothing. I'm just saying that he can stand next to a J. Cole, and I believe he can stand next to a Kendrick. This dude is that dope. I'm not saying he's on their level yet. I'm saying he has the potential to grow and get there, okay? But y'all tell me if y'all feeling this JID Dicaprio 2. I think it's a dope project. Like I said, it's very versatile. I've listened to it like after my boy Rebel, Young Rebel put me up on him and he said check it out, so I checked it out. Today's quotable from JID Dicaprio 2 comes from the song Just the Other Day, and it goes verse 1. Just the other day I was broke as a bitch, walking to work in the hot sun, soaking it in. I never been a dope man, but I'm the dopest of men, buying some smoke from the dude with the dope. Throw 5, 4.5, so on, so forth. I'm trying to get my fucking goals, not go yard. Paying for the lawyers, get my bros at the courtyard. That's the part I like right here. Pay attention. He said, paying for the lawyers, get my bros at the courtyard. Cause I got an ear for the flows, not Mozart. But damn, a nigga go hard. put me on the postcard or miss me to the show start. My niggas got a Benz and he push it like a go-kart. Trying to get one of them, but my end's like, don't start the bullshit again for you end up a broke boy again. So don't pretend. Oh, we remember last September like the coldest winter. Man, I really had to show these niggas. I owe these niggas a throat slit. Know me, nigga. All right? That shit right there was dope. You know what I'm saying? And, again, y'all go listen to this J.I.D. Dicaprio 2 album. All right, get in the comment section. Let me know if you feeling this album. Is it lit or that ain't it? You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lit album. Again, you know, like this video, hit that bell, subscribe to B-Jack TV, all right? I'm out.
As we proceed to do it for the ladies, B double E, my home girl champion.